no, Meera, think again. Beneath the fire and music, there's a tragic story the movie barely shows. A past full of loss, betrayal, and secrets that shaped her into the fighter we see today. From hidden family trauma to moments the creators quietly dropped in the background, the clues were always there. And today, we're uncovering the true and tragic story about Meera's past. One of the strangest details in the movie is how Meera's family is treated. Every time her parents and brother appear, their faces are mosaicked and obscured. That's not accidental. It's a deliberate choice, and it immediately raises questions about her past and why those details are being hidden from us. It may even explain why her relationship with Baby eventually fell apart, long before the audience understands what really happened between them. There are subtle hints that Meera isn't showing her true self. When she first encounters the Saja boys, her normally clear contact lenses turn a deep blue, then return to normal once they leave. It suggests Meera is actively hiding something about who she really is, and that concealment feels intentional, not cosmetic. That secrecy becomes more emotional during her interactions with Baby. When he shoots a heart toward her, Meera grabs it forcefully and insists that demons are incapable of kindness. The reaction feels personal, almost defensive. According to insiders, that's because Meera and Baby were once lovers. Baby used his charm to get close to her, gained access to her family, and ultimately killed them, earning status among demons and leaving Meera devastated. Much of this backstory was cut when the film was shortened from nearly 2 hours to just under 95 minutes. The emotional thread between Meera and Baby wasn't erased. It was softened and hidden in gestures and subtext. But once you notice it, Meera's anger, rigidity, and hatred of demons suddenly make perfect sense. Have you ever stopped to ask why Meera's hair is red? In the world of K-pop demon hunters, that detail isn't just aesthetic, it's a signal. Every confirmed human we see, especially the first-generation girl group, has black hair. No exceptions. And yet, two characters stand out, Rumi and Meera. That alone should make you pause. If you look at Meera's childhood family photo, the clue gets even louder. She's the only one with red hair, and it's clearly natural. No dye, no stylist, which raises an uncomfortable possibility. Meera may not be biologically related to the family that raised her at all. Instead, she may be a demon child taken in and raised by humans, hidden in plain sight. In this universe, bright, unnatural hair is a recurring marker of demon lineage. The Saja boys all have it. Rumi, who's only half demon, has a softer, less intense color. Jinu, who became a demon later in life, keeps his black hair. Meera's vivid red sits right in the middle, suggesting she was born this way. Even the environment backs this up. The story takes place during late winter or early spring. Everyone around Meera is bundled up. Zoe in a heavy coat, strangers in thick jackets. Meera? She's casually wearing a vest. No gloves, no layers. Demons don't feel the cold, and neither do the Saja boys, who are constantly dressed like it's summer no matter the season. And then there's the final detail. Meera and Mystery wear nearly identical earrings. The camera never calls attention to it, but once you notice, it's impossible to ignore. The director may be hinting at something deeper, possibly a shared origin, a blood connection, or maybe the earring itself is a symbol, a quiet reminder of a family they're both still searching for. None of these clues screams their meaning, but together, they tell a story. And Meera's might be darker and more personal than we ever realized. By now, the idea that Meera might secretly be a demon has become one of the most debated theories in K-pop demon hunters. And it's not hard to see why. Nearly every confirmed human character in the film has black hair. Meera doesn't. That alone sets her apart. But here's where things get interesting. If Meera were half demon, you'd expect her to show the same physical patterns we see on Rumi. Celine trained the huntresses to suppress fear, shame, and weakness. And in Rumi's case, that repression physically manifested. If Meera carried demon blood in the same way, those markings should have appeared too, but they never do. Which opens up another possibility. Meera may not be a demon at all. She may have been adopted. If you look closely at Meera's childhood photos, the clues are subtle but telling. Even at around 4 years old, she's dressed in the same rigid, formal clothing as the rest of her family, suggesting strict expectations, but her hair is already pink. That detail doesn't quite add up. It's hard to believe parents that controlling would allow a child to dye her hair, especially at such a young age. And realistically, perfectly coloring long hair on a toddler isn't easy or subtle. So what if the pink hair wasn't a choice at all? What if it was natural, something she inherited from biological parents we never see? That could explain why her adoptive family was so strict, so careful about appearances. Not to discipline her, but to protect a secret. It might also explain why Meera never truly fit in with them, no matter how hard she tried. Whether Meera is demon-born or human-raised, the evidence points to the same conclusion. She's been hiding something her entire life. And the movie wants us to feel that, even if it never says it out loud. And what really drives this point home is the subway battle. If you notice, something crazy happens. As the Huntress prepares to face a massive horde of demons on top of the train, chaos breaks out inside the subway cars below. We watch the team relentlessly cut through demon after demon, completely locked into survival mode, until everything goes wrong. Rumi gets distracted for just a split second and takes a brutal, direct hit. That's when Meera and Zoe snap out of the fight. Instinctively, they shift into full protection mode, positioning themselves between Rumi and the incoming threat without hesitation. In that moment, Meera makes a choice. She unleashes one of her most powerful abilities, an overwhelming attack that surges through the entire subway car and instantly wipes out every demon inside. But here's the tragic reality. That kind of power doesn't discriminate. It doesn't separate enemy from bystander. The subway was still packed with passengers, and the sheer range of Meera's ability makes one thing painfully clear. There's no plausible way anyone inside that car survived. In trying to save one person she cared about, Meera may have condemned everyone else, and the movie never gives us closure on it. And that silence is what makes the moment so haunting. When you step back and connect all of these moments, the hidden family ties, the cut storylines, the visual clues, the choices the characters make under pressure, it becomes clear that K-pop Demon Hunters was never meant to be a simple good versus evil story. Every Huntress is carrying something heavy. Demon blood, buried trauma, impossible choices, and consequences the movie doesn't spell out for us. From Zoe's hidden lineage and quiet leadership to Meera's past, her suppressed power, and the lives lost in a single split-second decision, the film keeps asking the same question. What does it really cost to be a hero? None of these details feel accidental. They feel planted, like seeds meant to grow later. And that's why the sequel matters so much. Because the story isn't finished, and the answers we're looking for aren't in what the movie tells us outright, but in what it chooses to leave unsaid. So if you want to go deeper into the deleted arcs, the insider leaks, and the clues pointing to what K-pop Demon Hunters 2 is really setting up, click the video on screen right now. We've got all the details waiting for you.